Okay, let's sit up tall. If you need to elevate, you can sit up on the block. Okay. All right, good day, everyone. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is Intermediate Advanced Lab. It is a level 2, level 3. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether. Always making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. Now, if your hips or your lower back are tight, you might want to elevate and sit up on a block. Otherwise, comfortable cross-legged position on the floor. Let the palms face up. And fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. And as you ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine. And let your inhales even out with your exhales. And whenever you're ready, Ujjayi breath, oceans breathing. Allowing that sound of the breath to help you draw your senses inwards. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga, call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vashtan, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Pihendraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes and let the palms face up again. Fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder. Right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And chin toward the right shoulder. Continue to pull gently to the back of the head. Release back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the left hand. Chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side. Roll it back. Opposite side. Roll the center, taking that same direction a few more times, allowing these circles to start to warm up your neck and your shoulders, bringing movement to the top of the spine. And take one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest, and pause. And then taking the opposite direction and moving just as slowly. And then one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest. And then lifting the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet, supporting with the hands to either side of you. And then turn your toes toward each other. And then roll them out. 2 more times. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Take outer rotation, circling the ankles. And draw back to center, switch them around. Inner rotations, opposite direction. And then back to center again. Cross your shins, but take the opposite shin on top, so there's your non-dominant crossing of the legs. Inhale, take the arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Back to center again. We'll twist one more time to the right. You're going to walk your right hand slightly further back and lean the torso slightly back as well. And as you twist, maybe you'll find a different spot along the spine to twist into. And take it back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left, and then walk your left hand slightly further back. Lean back a little bit with the torso as well, and twist. Back to center, arms up. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead, and reach. Take it back up, other side. Take it back up again, right hand down, left arm up. This time, as you side bend over to the right, allow the left shoulder to also descend a little bit and reach your left hand toward the right-hand corner of the room. Notice that will then stretch more into your outer shoulder blades. Then come back up to vertical with your left arm up, bend your left elbow. Then left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, take it back to vertical 3 times. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, back up. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, back up. Re-extend the left arm. Let's switch. Left hand down, right arm up. Side bending to your left. And then once you get to the side bend, reach your right arm to the upper left-hand corner of the room, letting the right shoulder descend a little bit, going into your shoulder blades on the right side. Start to take it back to vertical and then bending your right elbow. Then right elbow to your left knee 3 times. Inhale, back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Re-extend the arms. And then extending the legs forward. Forward fold. Grabbing your feet, ankles or your shins. Then re-lengthen your spine before you go deeper. Coming back to a neutral spine. And then hinge at the hips to draw forward. Take it back up. Step the feet a little bit wider, maybe off your mat. Left hand to the floor, right arm forward. Bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back in space. Exhale, twist to your left 3 times. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist, stay twisting. And then right hand to the outer left leg. Adjust your left hand further back. Re-lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, square back to center. Right hand to the floor, left arm forward, and bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right. Stay twisting. Take the left hand to outer right leg and the right hand further back to readjust. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, square back to center. Supporting with the hands, go a little bit wider. Take the left hand to the inside of the left leg, extend the right arm out, and then side bending over toward the left. And then for the next 3 breaths, if you have a little bit more depth, slide the left arm further out, maybe even your forearm touching down and pressing the left arm to inner left leg for resistance so that you can stack even more as you extend. Now, if you have the bind of the right hand to your left foot, and you can reach, take it. If not, just keep reaching your right arm out. Start to let the right shoulder descend. Take the right hand to the floor. Frame your left leg with your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to draw forward. You can take the right hand to grab the foot. And then if you don't need your left hand for support, both hands to your left foot. And fold. Right, so you don't have to go to your deepest just yet. We're very early in the practice. Make sure you're mindful about not overstretching too soon. All right, start to release. Come back up to vertical, switching sides. Right arm to inside the right leg. Extend the left arm out, and then reaching over the left ear, side bending toward the right. Once you adjust to that, if you have a little bit more depth in you, slide the right hand further out, maybe even your right forearm coming to the floor, pressing your right arm to inner right leg, and then extending. And then if you have even more range, perhaps binding the left hand to the right foot. If not, just keep extending your left arm. All right, keep it low. Start to let the left shoulder descend. Left hand to the floor for support. Frame your right leg with your hands. Inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, start to draw forward. And once you're ready, you can grab your foot with your hands. All right, gently, with your hands for support, come all the way back up to vertical, square back to center. Take the legs a little bit wider. This time, hands back behind you. Outwardly, turn your fingers. Hands behind you for support. You can be on your fingertips, or you can be flat to the floor with your palms. Sit up tall. Broaden your shoulders by drawing your shoulders back. Lift the sternum up, gently looking up as well. So there is a slight back bend and a broadening of the collarbones here. Now keep that slight back bend and that broadness. Start to press into your fingers and hinge at the hips, draw forward. So it is a slightly arched upper back. So it's not a completely neutral spine. So as you draw forward, once you find your maximum, before you start rounding the upper back, right? So once you find your maximum, stay there. Take a couple of breaths here. Readjust to that extension. Then, if you have more range in you, walk your hands forward. And then with the support of the hands, gently crawl the hands forward and maybe finding a little bit more depth in that forward fold. So you should feel a nice stretch to the inner thighs, inner hips. As you draw forward, depending on your range, you could also start to feel more stretch to your glutes and your lower back. And for those of you who have the range to pancake all the way to the floor, you can flatten to the floor. If you don't, just keep your hands supporting. And just keep finding lengthiness through your spine. Try not to round the mid and upper back. All right, start to ease your way back to vertical, walking your hands back in. Then with your hands supporting to the inner thighs above your knees, pull up and your knees will bend. Soles of feet together, Tadasana. So your feet are slightly further forward, grabbing the inner feet or threading the arms underneath your legs. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, as you come forward, you can round your spine as much as you want as you draw your nose or your third eye toward your heels or your toes. And slowly start to take it back up. Draw the knees together, swing the legs back behind you, standing on your shins, just come onto your child's pose. So drawing your seat toward the heels. Now press your hands strongly into the floor so that you can get your seat as close toward the heels as possible. So getting that stretch through the front of the legs, your lower back, right? So using the resistance of your hands. Now, once you have your seat as close to your heels as possible, keep that resistance as you crawl the hands forward. So this child's pose is not a very soft and passive child's pose. It is a very strong pose with the resistance of the hands to the floor. And then once you're ready, you can start to let the head release toward the floor. So press strongly into your hands, reach the seat toward the heels, and get that extension. Start to release. Take it back up, and then make your way to your down dog, and start to pedal out the legs. Walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose and around the spine. Inhale, kick it up, open up the hips and bend the right knee. Right knee to touch the outside of the right arm. Inhale, kick it back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee comes into twist and touch your left arm. Kick it back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one, grounding back heel down and arms up high to extend. On the inhale, lengthen your front leg, reach up higher. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching up. And bend the front knee to warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Same thing here. Lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. You can modify elbow to top of the knee or the right hand to floor if you can touch down comfortably, left arm reaching up. Extended side angle, left arm reaching forward, the palm is facing down. Half bind, left arm up and behind you, and stack your shoulders. You may stay here in the half bind, or for those of you who have the full bind, you can wrap the right arm underneath, catch the hand back behind you. Then lift the upper torso, lean it back, and stack your shoulders, looking for one straight line eventually from the crown of the head to your left heel. Start to release your binds. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior, stretching out your right side. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, hands alongside the rib cage. 3 progressive cobras. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, so your belly and your lower ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down, so you're still hovering a little bit. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher, so belly and your lower ribs away from the floor. On the exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up. Full extension of your arms if you have it, Bhujangasana. And let the shoulders broaden as you keep your toes reaching back. And exhale, slowly release all the way down and coming back to child's pose. Seat towards the heels and fold. So again, try to find that resistance by pressing your hands strongly into the floor, reach the seat toward the heels, and then let the head release. Now stay low here. Walk your hands over toward the left side. Then take the left forearm down to your floor for support. And with your right fingertips, reach forward and toward the left side. So you're getting a nice side stretch through the right arm, right shoulder, right ribs, as well as the underside of your shoulder joint. Start to walk it back to center, and then take it to the other side. Walk over to the right, right forearm to floor, extend through your left fingertips out. So tractioning your fingertips to the floor, and crawl it further and further out, getting into your left side stretch. Start to walk it back to center, and make your way back to down dog. Inhale, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm to touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist, touch your right arm. Kick it back up. Stepping your left foot forward. Warrior one. Back heel comes down, arms high. Once you're steady, on the inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up, so 3 times. Exhale, arms alongside. Lengthen front leg, reach up. Keep the arms reaching up, bending the front knee as your warrior 1. Open it up for warrior 2. Same thing. Lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Modifying elbow to top of the knee or the left hand to the floor, right arm reaching up. Extended side angle, right arm reaching forward, palms facing down. Half bind, right arm up and behind you, stacking your shoulders. So your choice, staying here, or if you're working for the full bind, left arm underneath the left leg, circling behind you to catch the other hand. Then lift the upper torso, lean it back in space, stack your shoulders, looking up. So looking for one straight line eventually. Releasing your binds. Inhale, come up, reverse warrior. And then exhale, hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, lower all the way down. So again, 3 progressive cobras. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Full extension of your arms if you have it. Bhujangasana, cobra. Begin to release all the way down. And again, child's pose. So apply the pressure onto your hands. Get the seat toward the heels more actively, and then let the head release. This time, lift the head just a little bit. You're going to thread the left arm underneath your right and take a rotation. Left shoulder, left cheek comes to the floor. And reach your right arm further forward for the extension of the right side as you rotate into your mid and upper back. Press into your right hand, square back to center, stay low. Left arm forward. Thread the right arm underneath, right shoulder, right cheek comes down for the rotation. Square back to center, and then make your way to down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose and round. Stay here and come higher up on your left tiptoes and round the spine even more, drawing your nose in towards the knee. Then inhale, release, kick it up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Listen up, right knee to the outside of the right arm and stay there. You're going to ride the right knee down the outside of the right arm to the inside of the right arm and lift. Down the inside of the right arm to the outside of the right arm, lift and kick it back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee comes in, twisting to your left, and stay there for 3, 2, 1. Kick it back up, 3-legged dog. Stepping your right foot forward, warrior 1. Right, it's picking up now. Left hand to catch your right wrist, extend up and side bending over to the left. Pull actively with your left hand, get lengthier to your right side. Inhale back to center, switch sides. Right hand pulling against your left wrist, and then side bending over to the right. Square back to center, warrior 1. Wrap the hands back behind you, interlace, lift up, gaze upwards, ecstatic warrior. Bow forward, devotional warrior. All the way back up, warrior 1. Open it up, warrior 2. Triangle, lengthen out the right leg, tip the left hip back, right hand further forward. Right hand to top of the shins if you are less flexible. Right hand to the floor if you can take the full pose, left arm reaching up. Extended triangle, left palm face down, reach forward. Half bind, left arm reaching up and behind you. So again, you have a choice here, stay in half bind. Or if you're taking the full bind in the triangle, you want to bend your right knee and take your full bind through your side angle. Then lengthen out the right leg into your bound triangle. Start to break, inhale, come up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. So version 2 of your progressive Cobras. Inhale, lift up baby cobra and hold. Press into your hands. Lift up a little bit higher and hold. Press into your hands. Lift up even higher. Bhujangasana. Now, staying here, you're going to turn your cheek, looking over to your left. So taking a spinal rotation on the cervical spine. Square back to center, look to the right, past your right shoulder. Square back to center, bending the elbows, child's pose, seat toward the heels, and fold. This time, standing on your shins, walk your hands in, sitting on your shins. Wrap the hands back, hands together in prayer first. Interlace and press forward and round the spine. Keep the hands interlaced, lift up and arching back a little bit. Stay with arch, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace. Draw the shoulders back, reach your knuckles back, and lean back even further. Release, square back to center, hands together in prayer, but take the other thumb on top, interlace, press your palms forward, round the spine. Inhale, lift up, slightly arching back. Your knees are okay in this one, right? Okay. Releasing your hands, wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace, non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Broaden your shoulders, reach your knuckles back, gaze up and deepen. Release, walk your hands forward, down dog, and pedal out your legs again, side to side. Inhale, left heel up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose, and stay there. Come higher up on your right tiptoes. Round the spine even more, nose in toward the knee even closer. Inhale, kick it back up, open up the hips and bend the left knee. Left knee to the outside of the left arm and touch, staying there. Then you're going to ride the left knee down the outside of the left arm, inside of the left arm, and lift. Down the inside of the left arm to outside of the left arm, lift, and then kick back. Knee comes in, twisting to the right, and stay there for 3, 2, 1. Kick it back up, three-legged dog. Stepping left foot forward. Warrior 1, arms up high. Right hand catching your left wrist, extend up, and then side bending over to the right. Back to center, switch hands, extend, side bending to left. Take it back to center, wrapping your hands back behind you. Non-dominant interlacing of your hands, broaden your shoulders, reach your knuckles back, gaze up, ecstatic warrior. Bow forward, devotional warrior. Take it back up, warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle, left hand to top of the shin or to the floor, right arm reaching up. Extended triangle, right palm face down, reach forward. Half bind, right arm up and behind you, stacking your shoulders. So again, you can stay here in the half bind, or you can take the full bind. So first bending your left knee, take the bind back behind you, and then lengthen out the left leg for the triangle. Start to release. Inhale, come up. Reverse triangle. And then bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Version 2 of your progressive Cobras. Inhale, lift up, baby Cobra, staying here. So your belly and your lower ribs stay on the floor. Press into your hands. Lift up a little higher. Belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Press into your hands. Lift up even higher. Full Bhujangasana and hold. All right, this time you're going to look up and opening up the throat. And then you're going to look down, chin towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. Come back to neutral. Bend the elbows, lower all the way down. And again, child's pose. So working on pressing your hands strongly against the floor for resistance to get the seat toward the heels first, and then releasing the head. Walk your hands in and sit up on your shins again. Left hand to the floor, right arm up, and then tilting over to your left side for the side stretch. And then threading the right arm underneath the left for a spinal twist and shoulder stretch. Take it back to the side stretch. Then make your way back up to vertical. And then switching sides. Right hand to the floor, left arm overhead. You can slide out a little bit for the side stretch. And then threading the needle. Left arm threads underneath your right and adding that thoracic twist. Take it back to the side stretch first. And then make your way back up to vertical. Walk your hands forward. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Keep that knee in toward the nose. Come high up on your left tiptoes. Then left heel draws down toward the floor 3 times. Lift high up on your left tiptoes. Left heel comes down. High up on your tiptoes. Left heel comes down. Kick your right leg up. Open up the hips. Bend the right knee and flip the dog. Rolling over to the outside the left foot. Drop the right foot back behind you. You can stay here in this flip dog, and you can turn this into a variation on the side plank by picking up your right foot. Draw your right knee in. Then the right hand can come to a right knee or yogic toe lock and extend the right leg straight up toward the sky in a side plank. All right, when you're ready, flip it back again. Right leg up, 3-legged dog. Fallen triangle, right leg over to your left side. Raise your left arm up and overhead. Thoracic twist again. Thread the left arm underneath the right, threading the needle. Take the left hand back down, lower onto your seat. So you're on your outer right leg, inner left. Try to get to about 90 degrees here. Then start to walk your hands slightly forward and lower your forearms to the floor, coming into a Sphinx pose. And let's go deeper. Lift the elbows up, keep the right hand on the floor, threading the needle again. Left arm underneath your right, and then start to draw the left shoulder, left cheek toward the floor. You don't have to take it all the way down, just adding that extra twist. Take it all the way back up. Walk your hands back in. Tucking your left toes under. Kick the right leg up. Three-legged dog. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one. Eagle arms. Wrap the right arm underneath the left. Lift the elbows up. Gaze up. On the exhale, bow forward, up and down 3 times. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow forward. Stay forward folding here. Now, if you have more range, maybe your hands can touch down. If you have even more range, your forearms touching down. Otherwise, you're just hovering in space and going for the forward fold. Now, wherever you are, undo the eagle arms, let the hands come to floor. Skandasana. Start to bend your left knee and make your way back toward the left heel as you flex your right foot. Now, if you cannot draw the left heel down, then stay on your tiptoes, supporting with your hands. However, if you have the range in your Achilles to draw the heel down and settle into that balance, then take the hands, perhaps, into prayer. Otherwise, just keep working on the supportive balance here in your hip opening and your inner thigh stretch and hamstring stretch on the right side. Now let's fold over your right leg. So take the right hand to outside the right leg, square over your right leg. If you can, grab the right foot with your left hand and fold. Right? Otherwise, if you're a little higher up, both hands to either side and work on that. All right, and then we'll take the full Skandasana. Take the seat all the way down. Good. And the right hand grabbing the left ankle. Then side bending over your right leg. Reach your left arm overhead and just extend the left arm forward to the front of the room. Or if you can bind the left hand to your right foot, take the bind, and that is your full pose. Now, for those of you who are reaching your left arm overhead, and you feel like your left shoulder is starting to descend, right, and you're beginning to look down, you can help the opening of the front of the left shoulder by taking a half bind. Left hand coming back behind you. Press your left hand to your lower back so that the front of the left shoulder can draw up and back, and so helping you to rotate the front of the torso upwards toward the sky. So in these poses, right, so you want always the front of the torso to rotate upwards toward the sky, and a half bind is how you can do that very, very effectively if you're not able to do that in the full pose. Alrighty, starting to release. Make your way back up, keeping the legs as they are, and twist to the left toward the back of the room. Either stay here or option to arm balance by lifting up your seat, still facing the back of the room, right arm to the left leg for Kundinasana 1. All right, square back. Inhale back to center, keep the legs. Exhale, counter twist to the right. Left arm to the left leg, twisting to the right side. So again, stay here or your option, Kundinasana 2. Lifting up, left knee to outside the left arm, kick the left leg out, balance, shooting your right leg back. Right, so these transitions do require a lot of space. So if you're lacking space, not so easy. But since we have all this spaciousness, we want to take advantage of it. All right, let's break. Warrior 1. So lifting your seat back up, stepping your right foot back down. Actually, Warrior 2. Square it all the way back up to Warrior 2 into reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Now keep that left knee in toward the nose. Then on the inhale, high up on your right tiptoes. Then right heel comes down toward the floor. High up on your right tiptoes. Right heel comes down. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Raise the left leg up. Open up the hips. Bend the left knee and flipping your dog. Right, you have the option of staying here in the flip dog or working into the variations on side plank by picking up the left foot, drawing your left knee in. You can take a simple one of left hand to knee or yogic toe lock and extend the left leg up. Flip it back, left leg up, three-legged dog, fallen triangle, left leg over to the right side. Raise your right arm up and overhead to the front of the room. Getting that right side stretch. And then threading the needle. Right arm underneath the left. Then take the right hand back down, lower the seat. You're on the outer left leg, inner right. Try to get to 90 degrees if you can. Then walk your hands forward and lower your forearms to the floor. Now, once you get to this position, right, it is a Sphinx pose on the upper body, so work for that alignment. And then also think about the right side, right arm, right shoulder, pressing toward the floor. Left shoulder pressing slightly back to deepen your thoracic twist. All right, we're threading the needle again. Press your palms to the floor, lift the elbows up. Left hand stays down, right arm threads underneath, and then to the best of your abilities, by bending your left elbow, drawing your right shoulder, right cheek toward the floor. All right, raise back up. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the right toes under. Kick the left leg up. Three-legged dog. Stepping and left foot forward. Warrior one. Eagle arms. Wrapping your left arm underneath the right and lift the elbows up. Gaze up. Exhale, bow forward. Up and down 3 times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow forward. Stay forward folding. So either hovering in space. If you have more range, it's your hands making contact to the floor. If you have even more range, it's your forearms touching down. Wherever you are in this pose, release your hands to the floor for support, making your way back into Skandasana Squat. So again, if you cannot draw the right heel down and you're on your right tiptoes, right, keep your hands supporting because you are balancing here. And if you're on your tiptoes without your hands, it could be a little bit vulnerable in terms of like twisting your ankle, right, if you lose your balance. If you can draw the right heel down, then can free up your hands together in prayer. And then fold over your left leg. So left hand to the outer left leg, square over your left leg, right arm up, and then fold forward, grabbing the foot if you can. If you're not able to get too deeply into it to bind, you can take both hands to either side and keep your upper torso a little higher. Right? So the shape can change based on your flexibility and your abilities to come into the pose. All right, let's square back and take a seat down for the full Skandasana. So make any adjustments you might need. Then left hand to grab the right ankle. Side bend toward the left leg, over the left leg, and right arm overhead. left hand to right foot. There you go. And of course, if you can bind right hand to left foot, take it. So again, for those of us who are feeling like the right shoulder is beginning to draw down, right? And we're beginning to look down toward the floor. The way to help us shine the front of the torso up toward the sky is to take the right hand behind us in a half bind. Use that resistance so that the front of the right shoulder can draw up toward the sky and back in space so that you can rotate upwards toward the sky. And starting to break, make your way back up. And let's twist to face the back of the room. Right hand to the floor, wrap the left arm around your right knee. All right, so you can stay in this twist, or you can lift up for Skandasana 1. So once you lift the feet, it's your left arm pressing to outer right leg. Plant the hands to the floor, and as you shift back in space, right leg over to your left side, left leg shoots back. Start to break. Inhale back to center, counter twist to the left. And again, you can stay here or make your way into Skandasana 2. So as you lift your feet, right knee to outside the right arm, chaturanga your arms, kick the right leg out. You can always keep your left foot on the floor, right, if you're not able to balance yet. Otherwise, tip forward and lift the left heel. All right, start to break, warrior 2. So as you lift up, step the left foot back down, and as you rise all the way up, open up into warrior 2, into reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Step the left foot forward, low lunge. Right foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Rise up chair. Hands together in prayer, twist to the right. Left elbow to outer right knee. Hands together in prayer, deepen that twist. Again, you have multiple options here. You can expand the arms. Left hand to your floor, right arm up and behind you, half bind, or the full bind for your Pashasana if you have that extension. If you want to arm balance, side crow to the right, hands to the floor, shift right, and then pick up your feet. Inhale, square back to center, rise up, lengthen out all the way, and slightly tipping back for a slight back bend. So this allows your legs to release and recover, as well as taking that forward bend into a back bend to neutralize. Come back to vertical, tree pose. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. So the right foot, inner left leg, above or below the knee joint. Arms up and out in a wide position. Once you steady your balance, you have, again, many options here. You can stay in basic tree. You can wrap the hands back behind you for the heart opener. You can side bend over to the right. Now for today, if you want to challenge your side bend and your balance, maybe you want to wrap the arms around the right shin and hug it in. So notice that if you take this pose, right, you can always bend your left knee a little bit. Soften that standing left leg so that you're not locking into that knee to take this asymmetrical balance. All right, start to release. Raise the arms back up, square back. Stepping your right foot down chair. Exhale, dive forward, crescent moon. Stepping your left foot back. If you need extra padding to your left knee, take your extra padding with your towels. If you don't have a towel with you, you can always take your mat, left side, folding towards center to double up your mat. Or if you need even more, you can always from the back to pull forward, and you've tripled up your mat. So you have many options here, whatever you need to take extra padding. Right? If you go on the floor, on the mat directly, that's fine too. Right? Lunging forward, getting into the stretch of the quads. Press your hands into your thighs to start to lean the upper torso back. And you'll start to naturally look upwards toward the sky at an angle, right? So what you don't want to do is look straight up and crunch the back of the neck. You want to allow the back bend to dictate how far up you look. So the deeper the back bend, the further you look up. When you're ready, arms up. Venus Mudra, index fingers pointing, interlacing all the other fingers. So you have, again, many options here. You can stay in your basic crescent moon here for the extension of the arms up. If this arms reaching up is not very balanced for you and you need the support of the hands to your thighs, take it back here. If you're going further for options, right, you can wrap the hands back behind you, just like when we're standing in a tree. You can side bend to the right. You can side bend to the left. If you want to bind for your mermaids, left hand, left foot, right arm forward, up and back. Mermaid 1 in a revolved position, opposite hand and foot. Mermaid 2, grabbing the inside of the foot. Draw that foot in, slip it to your elbow crease, and maybe binding once again. Now, if you're not able to bind here, right, you can take the bind of the left arm to the left foot, with the right arm reaching up, right, or straight up. So you have many options here. Taking a few more breaths. All right, let's break. Hands to either side of the right foot. Tuck the left toes under and going into your pyramid. Hands supporting to either side of the right foot. So your arms are relatively vertical. Your hands are about shoulders width. Looking for the right hamstring stretch. Now, for those of you who don't have blocks or props, and you don't have the full extension of that right leg, you can always just bend the right knee, right? And actively breathe into eventually lengthening out the right leg, right? You don't have to get there quite yet if you're not ready for it, right? But if you are able to, full extension of the right leg. We'll take 3 more breaths here. For those of you who have a lot of flexibility, maybe this is your split. Right? Your split is a much more extreme version of this pyramid, right? So you can go for the split. Good. Okay, if you're in your splits, start to make your way back in toward your pyramid and settle into your pyramid first. All right, and then we'll take a twisted lunge from here. Bend the right knee, left hand stays to the floor, right arm up to twist. So the twisted lunge is actually a really good neutralization pose because you're bending the front knee, which is then shortening your hamstring, so relieving that a little bit. And then the rotation into the spine is really quite nice for your lower back. All right, transitioning back into reverse warrior, chaturanga up dog, down dog. So ground the back heel down, rise up and stretch into your reverse. And then hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Rise up, chair. Hands together in prayer. Twist your left this time. Right elbow to outer left knee. Make sure your knees are lined up. Hands together in prayer. And then also make sure your elbows and wrists looking to go into one straight line, pressing the palms together. So staying here or expanding the arms with a half bind. If you have the extension of Pashasana, full bind. And then finally, if you're taking the arm balance of the side crow. over to your left. Shift left and forward, picking up your feet. All right, starting to break. On the inhale, rise back up to chair, lengthen out the legs, lift up and slightly tilting back. Come back to vertical, tree, stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, opening up the knee to the left side, taking the left foot to inner right leg, above or below the knee joint, arms up and out. And so once again, you have multiple options here. Keep in basic tree. Wrap the hands back behind you for the heart opener, interlacing with the other thumb on top, right? So non-dominant interlacing of your hands. If you're taking side bend, left arm to the top of the left leg, right arm overhead. So if you want to intensify that asymmetrical balance, you can start to wrap the arms around the left leg. You can bend your right knee, right? So that you can soften that right knee and not lock into the knee. So this asymmetrical balance is quite awkward, right? So you don't want to lock into your right knee. All right, when you're ready, square back, arms up, stepping the left foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward, crescent moon, stepping your right foot back. Right knee comes down, so again, taking extra padding if you need it. Double folding your mat. Triple folding your mat from the back. Or if you have other padding like blankets or towels, etc. Lunging the hips forward, get into the quad stretch, into the psoas stretch on the right side. Then press your hands into your thighs, gently start to lean the upper torso back, beginning to initiate that back bend and gently looking upwards at an angle. And once you have that, arms up, Venus Mudra. And once you get a few breaths in, you can again, many options here, take the basic crescent moon, supported crescent moon, wrapping hands back behind you, non-dominant interlacing of your hands, that's the broadening of your chest. Side bending to your left, left arm, left leg, right arm overhead, or if you can reach down, right, that's an option. And then side bending to the right. Mermaids, binding, right hand to outer right foot, kicking back, left arm up and back. Revolved, mermaid 1, left hand to the right foot, kick back and twist. Mermaid 2, grabbing the inside of the foot, draw that foot in, slipping your foot to your elbow crease. If you cannot fully bind here, left arm reaching up. If you can bind, reach back to bind. You have a few more breaths to work through your variations. Alrighty, beginning to break, hands either side of the left foot for pyramid. Tuck the right toes under and lengthen over your left leg. So again, for those of you who need props, right? Your props could be blocks if you have them, or they could just be books, right, to either side. If you don't have the props and you cannot fully extend, you can always bend your left knee a little bit. Start to work on the lengthiness, taking time and having lots of patience, right, to eventually fully lengthen that front leg. And then finally, those of you who have a lot of flexibility and can take this into your split. Good. Three more deep breaths. And so anytime we're holding any pose is your opportunity. If you have the know-how or if you have the interest in taking additional variations, right? Variations could be different placement of your body within the same pose, or variations could be transitions, right? So, like for example, in Dharma Mitra's classes, in a split, it's your opportunity to take it into a straddling handstand. So, that could be a transition, right? And it's transitioning from here into the next pose. All right, when you're ready, start to make your way back into your pyramid first. All right, so settle into your pyramid. Then taking the twisted lunge by bending your left knee. Right hand stays down, left arm up to twist. All right, so you're shortening your left hamstrings now by bending the knee in a lunge. You're taking a rotation into the spine as a neutralization. All right, transitioning into reverse warrior. So ground the back heel, make your way up through warrior two into reverse. And then hands to the floor, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, or straight back to down dog, right? If you have had enough push-ups already. Pigeon, left leg up. Draw the left knee in. Land the shin to the floor. So you want to angle the left thigh 30 to 45 degrees off to the side. Then essentially you're balancing on a triangle. With the hands supporting, inch your right knee further back to lower your seat, untuck the toes, walk your hands back, elongate through the spine, make sure you're nice and level. And then when you're set, now you're ready to draw forward. Forearms down, or making pillows with the hands and resting your forehead. And so again, if pigeon is something that's joyful for you, right? Stay here in pigeon and enjoy this. If you like to transition, or if you like to take variations within your pigeon, you have all of your mermaid binds again, right? Just like we did in Crescent Moon. All right. For those of you who like to invert, here's a great place where you can transition to a headstand, forearm stand, handstand. So my favorite way is forearm stand here, because in the pigeon pose, your forearms are already set in place, right? Because you're basically in a sphinx here, right? Then I like to lift the seat, keep the left leg down, and step the right foot in. Once I have the footing in place, then switch legs, left leg up, and you set up for your forearm stand. And then here's where you just transition into whatever variation you like in your forearm stand. So you can also do the same in headstand or handstand, right? Alrighty, let's break. Make your way back up. Tucking your right toes under and stepping it back to your down dog and pedaling out the legs. Walk it out side to side. All right, second side. Right leg up. Draw the right knee in, land that shin to the floor. So angle out the right side, 30 to 45 degrees, creating a triangle. With your hands supporting, inch your left knee further back to lower your seat, untuck the toes, walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. Make sure you're nice and level. Once you're set, now you're ready to walk your hands forward, forearms down, or making pillows with the hands and resting your forehead. And so again, those of you who took additional options here, repeat what you did on the first side. It's very important for us to always find symmetry the best we can. And so if you took your mermaid binds, here you are again. And if you're taking your inversions, right? So I just did forearm stand and handstand, so now this time I'll take headstand. So same thing. Setting up, your hands into a fist. You can either interlace your hands or wrap one hand over the other, creating a fist. Forearms down, creating a triangle. Head comes to the floor. Step the left foot in this time. Then switch legs, right leg up, and transitioning into your inversion. Oh, I've actually never have done this, but why not? This could be a shoulder stand too, right? Right seat down, left leg forward, setting you right up for shoulder stand. So you don't have to go forward, you can go backwards. All right, start to make your way back up. Walk your hands back in. Down dog, whenever you're ready. And so as you can see, it's a lab here, right? So I'm working through a lot of these transitions along with you. Things come to me as we're going through class, and so I throw the suggestions out, right? So just like a regular class. I never thought about that going back in space in the shoulder stand before, but that totally works. Alrighty, when you're ready, come back to stillness and walk your feet forward towards your hands. Take the seat down and slowly transition back onto recline on the floor. Let's take a quick bridge pose or a wheel. So if you're taking bridge pose, walk your heels in, separating your feet about hips width. Then press your heels down, lifting your seat. You can keep your arms parallel alongside the hips, or you can interlace your hands underneath you, walk your shoulders in, and then press against your heels, lift the hips up even higher. If you're going for a wheel, hands to your shoulders, elbows up, and then press into your hands, and lift all the way up into your back bend. All right, when you're ready to break, make your way back down, and once you're all the way down, gently hug the knees in, stretching lower back. And once you stretch your lower back, maybe some circles with your knees in one direction. Take it back to center, go the other direction. Come back to center again, recline twisting. Left knee stays in, right leg goes out to the floor ahead of you, left arm out to a T and twist to the right. Gently take it back to center. Switch legs, switch arms, and twist to the other direction. And back to center again. Hug both knees in. And then when you're ready, step the feet to the floor. Slide the legs forward. Shavasana, final relaxation. Separating your feet, toes are gently turning out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes closed, and let it all go. beginning to draw your breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. Rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. And when you take your seat, let's take your non-dominant shin on top so that you can work that non-dominant hip and knee just a little bit more, right? And eventually catching up with your dominant side. Even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today. Okay. All right, thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Cheng, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.